Hello and welcome to the SAP HANA Academy. My name is Dennis Van Kampen, and in this video tutorial series we will discuss installation and update for SAP HANA 2.0. The topic of this video tutorial is the Software Download Center. You can access the Software Download Center from the SAP Support portal on support.sap.com/SWDC. Note the bar here. Have you previewed the new software downloads page? And then I select it. This will open a page with the new One Digital Experience design. Note that you can only download SAP products that are associated with your S user ID. You need a logon for the download center, but also the product needs to be linked to your account. As mentioned here, access requires the download software authorization, which you can request via your company's super administrator. Now, if I select the link, no users found, so I guess I'm the Superman here, but hopefully in your case you actually get a contact you can go to. Okay, couple of sections. First, the types of software. Unfortunately, the terminology used here on the Software Download Center does not exactly match the release terminology used for SAP HANA. Here we have installations and upgrades and support packages and patches. A patch is a code correction, a bug fix, some would say. Support packages are a collection of patches released according to a set schedule, and if we go down a bit, support package stacks are a collection of support packages. Now, this is certainly the case for ABAP systems, for example, but for SAP HANA, the terminology is a bit different, and support package stacks have a slightly different meaning. HANA is released in revisions. This started with revision 1 back in 2011, and we are now, at the time of the recording, back at revision 00, because with HANA 2 we started all over again. The next revision will be 01, then 02, and so on. All revisions contain code corrections, but they are not called support packages, and they are not called support package stacks. They're called revisions. Then twice a year for HANA 1, this used to be November and May. For HANA 2, this will be in early April and end of July. We get a major release. Again, this will be a certain revision, but now we'll end with a 0, and it will have an SPS number, a support package stack number. So SAP HANA 2.0 SPS 00 is revision 0, and SAP HANA 1.0 SPS 12 is revision 120. SPS 11, revision 110, and so on. These are major releases with new functionality, not just fixes. For this reason, for HANA, you have to look for the SPS releases under installation and upgrades and not under support packages and patches. And they aren't really upgrades either, because every revision is an upgrade, you could say. Then, to make the download a bit easier, SAP also has a download manager. It's a standalone Java application, allows you to download multiple files simultaneously, schedule downloads, pause and continue downloads, and so on. Here we have the download manager. It's not the most sophisticated piece of software, but it works as advertised. You enter your credentials to the SAP Server Marketplace. It's the same as for the Software Download Center. Your S user or I user, if you are an SAP employee, any proxy setting, and then here we have it. You can schedule your downloads and either download a single item or a bunch of them. Then I should also point out the Help and Resources section. There's a PDF here that provides an overview on how to navigate on the Software Download Center. There are links to relevant SAP notes and knowledge base articles, frequently asked questions, and schedules for maintenance deliveries. And here we can see I'm looking at the version that was refreshed today, that for example for HANA 2 in Q2 2017, we have week 15 in April for SPS 1, subject to change, and in Q3, week 30, end of July, for SPS 2, again, subject to change. Note that we also have a link to the product availability matrix we discussed in the previous video of this series. Okay, let's connect to the Software Download Center. Software Downloads, Access Downloads. We see the two sections again, installations and upgrades, and support packages and patches. Database you can ignore, does not apply to HANA. And then you can either browse by alphabetical index, A to Z, or browse by category. This is the same for both sections. Here you look under H, like SAP HANA. And for the category, you have to go down to SAP in memory, and both will get you to the HANA downloads. Then you need to select the Platform Edition. The add-ons concern all the different products powered by HANA. Enterprise Edition, additional components linked to data services and the SAP LT replication server, not to HANA. And Vora links to Vora. No idea why it's listed here actually. Platform Edition. Then we first get a list of all the options. The Enterprise Architect Designer, Data Warehousing Foundation, Dynamic Tiering, and so on. We will discuss SAP HANA options and additions in another video. Then again, select Platform Edition. And now we can make the choice between version 1 and version 2. The Info tab is now active, so we can get some general information about SAP HANA, very brief introduction with a link pointing to the product homepage, SAP HANA overview, features and benefits, the deployment options as an appliance or in the cloud. We will discuss deployment options in another video as well, and then the two versions. Back to downloads, HANA 2. We're getting there. Note that at this stage we can toggle between support packages and patches, the intermediate revisions between the main SPS releases, and installations and upgrades. Very convenient. So you can quickly check what the latest revision is. On the support packages and patches page, I can go down to SAP HANA database. Here we can see that it is revision 00 for HANA 2. In other words, the base release, the support package stack, SPS 0. Back to installations and upgrade. At this level, the Info tab now provides some more information, the different SAP notes that you should be familiar with, information about the license key, documentation, and customer support. Back to downloads, installation, and then finally here we have our downloads. It says 10. There is a version for IBM Power Systems and one for Linux 64-bit, so 5 items per platform. One for HANA Cockpit. This now runs on a dedicated server, and 4 for HANA. There's a note about multi-spanning. Packages larger than 4 gig will be packed in an archive. We have a raw archive with the first file as executable, so the package can be extracted automatically. Then you can either select the link to download the file, or, as is recommended for larger downloads, select them and then select the shopping cart here and add them to your download basket. And then here below you can view the contents of your basket with a link to the download manager in case you have not installed it yet. Okay, one more thing. If you have watched our video about the product availability matrix, you will already notice the product availability matrix is a great place to start when you are preparing an installation. It also contains the 2 links to the software installation and upgrade and support packages and patches, and when you select them they will bring you directly to the software download center. So you do not need to do all this navigation, click here, click there, and so on. So it's very convenient. Okay, so much for our brief introduction to the Software Download Center. You can find more video tutorials on our YouTube channel. If you would like to be informed about new video tutorials, please subscribe to our channel. You can connect with us on LinkedIn or follow us on Twitter as well for updates, and we also have a page on Facebook and Google+. If you're watching this video on YouTube, do not hesitate to leave your comments to the page, and if you like, give us your vote on this video. Thank you for watching.